welcome to another tutorial of Made by Siem. Today I have a very special tutorial for you guys. Well, it is special to me. I'm going to tell you why. I made the English version of my very first Dutch tutorial. I posted my first Dutch tutorial online on YouTube on January 10th of 2016, and I have had so many questions if I could make a video in English as well. So I went for it, and I decided to use a beautiful soft yarn for it, and I came up with the YARNS Atlas yarn, and for this cowl I just used 2 skeins in the same color, and I used 2 strands together. If you decide to buy this yarn, go down to the description box after this video. I'm going to post a link over there, so if you press that link, it will bring you straight away to the website where you can buy it. And I will have to tell you as well that YARNS does ship all over the world. If you can receive packages from Turkey, you can order. Alright? So, YARNS Atlas. Everything else about the video, about how to make this cowl shawl, I'm going to tell you that in the video. And for now, please guys, I hope you enjoy it. Please press the like button on this video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't have to miss out on any new tutorials that I will post. And there will be a lot more to come this year, because 2019 will be the year that I'm gonna post a lot of videos in English. Alright, well, enjoy! For this video, I will be using YARNS Atlas yarn, and it is a 100% acrylic yarn. It has 100 grams and 130 meters. It's a bulky number 5 yarn, and this is the color beige. And I will provide a link down here in the description box of this video, so you know where to buy this yarn. It is so beautiful and it is so soft. I really loved working with it. Then I'm going to use a 12mm crochet hook, a yarn needle or darning needle with a large eye, a pair of scissors, a measuring tape, and a large button. Actually, I'm going to use 4 buttons in different colors, but these are 3.5 inch or 35mm buttons, so they're really big. Like I said, 2 skeins of yarn and working with 2 strands together. Start off by making a slip knot, just like that. And I'm going to start off with a chain of 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and be sure that you do this a little loose, so don't make your chain stitches too tight. 6, 57, 58, 59, 60. Okay, so I'm making a chain of 60, but if you want your neck shawl, your neck cowl to be larger or smaller, you can just adjust the number of stitches here. You don't have to take in mind that it should be a multiple stitches of a certain number. Just do any chain stitches that you like. I just, for the white version that I already made, I almost used up the whole skein, or the 2 skeins. So if you want to make it any bigger, you need more yarn, right? Okay, now I'm going to yarn over my hook and start counting till I've reached the 4th stitch from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, what you can do is make a double crochet stitch right in there. But I like to have a clean edge on my scarf or cowl shawl. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn my work a little. I'm gonna turn the chain 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you find a little bubble here. Can you see it? This bubble. Let me get a smaller hook so I can. This bubble, this one here. So if you turn your work aside, you can see it right there. You should place your crochet hook underneath 2 strands of that bubble, just like that. So now you can see you have the 2 strands on your crochet hook right there. Yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, pull through 2 stitches on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2. Yeah, so now counting the chain stitches here, we have 2 double crochet stitches. And if you find it hard to get the straight edges, then get 1 stitch marker and place it not in the stitch here, but in the stitch before that, the very last chain stitch before your actual double crochet stitch. So place it in there. So now you know when you are on your way back, this will be your very last stitch of the row. Okay, let's do another one. Yarn over, find that little bubble which is here, get your hook underneath that bubble and be sure that you have 2 strands of yarn just like that on your hook. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Now I have 3 double crochet stitches, counting the first chain 3. Okay, yarn over, go to the next, and make a double crochet stitch. Yarn over, find the next bubble stitch here, next one, now if you find this like really hard, you don't have to do it this way. You can also just chain in the regular chain stitch. I'm just doing this because I like the clean edge. Look, this is the this is what you see. You see the V stitches underneath. I'm going to show you what it looks like when you don't do that. It's when you work in just a normal chain. I'm gonna crochet a little faster so it won't take too long, so I can show you what it looks like. I've got 3. Let's do 1 more. That should be enough to show you guys. the difference between the two methods. There you go. So this is the part we did first. We have a clean edge here and you can see the V-stitches. And this is what it looks like when you just work in your chain stitch. See? Can you see the difference? And that's why I like to work for this shawl. I like to work in the back bubble, or the bubble that you can see. I don't know how you call it, but you guys probably know exactly what I mean. So yarn over and just make double crochet stitches in all the bubbles on the back of your chain for the rest of the length of the chain. Okay, and when you've reached the end and you've started off with a chain 60, you should have 58 double crochet stitches. Now whenever you have another amount of chain stitches, don't worry, it doesn't really matter for the pattern of this shawl. And my very last stitch of this row, there you go. And look how beautiful this is. I love it. Alright, next row, chain 1. Turn your work. And now we will be working in the back loops of the stitch only. This stitch here, this is actually our first, our chain 1. So that's not our first stitch of the previous row. This V here, this one is connected to the first stitch here of, or the last stitch actually of the previous row. Now yarn over and turn your work like that, and now you see the V here. Normally we would crochet underneath the V, so you have all these strands on your hook, and then make a double crochet stitch, right? This is what we normally should do. Now, for this pattern we're going to do it slightly different. Remember that this is the chain 1 and this is the actual stitch. Now in between the V you have the 2 strands here and the 2 strands here. The 2 strands here, these 2 strands, are the back loops. So place your hook underneath the 2 strands, and please be sure you have both strands on your hook, because we're working with 2 strands. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, 2 loops. Actually there are 4 loops, but yarn over and pull through. Okay, so now you have made your first double crochet of the new row. Yarn over, back loop, and make your double crochet stitch. Yarn over, back loop, and this is basically it. So be sure that you are just working in the back loops only. And this is the stitch where my stitch marker is. So I'm taking my stitch marker out and I'm placing my crochet hook over there and making the very last double crochet of this row. Chain 1, turn your work, and just repeat row 2. Remember that this very first stitch you see here, the very first V, it's just the chain 1. So go to the next and back loop only. Be sure to get both strands and make your double crochet stitch. Yarn over, back loops only. Yarn over, back loop, double crochet, and so on and so on. And if you find it hard to decide what the last or the first stitch is of your row, just place that little stitch marker in the stitch, not in the chain 1 but in the stitch. There you go. You can also do that at the very last one I did here, like that. So when I'm at the end now, I know where my very last stitch goes, right? That's all there is to it. Just back loop only double crochet stitches. When you had the last stitch done, chain 1, turn your work, and make another row. For the white version that I did already, I managed to crochet 10 rows total for this shawl, but I had a very small amount of yarn left, so hopefully I'll be able to make 10 rows with these 2 skeins I'm working right now with as well. But well, it's going to be an adventure, and we'll see what happens when if I manage to what okay, so we'll see what happens, if I have enough yarn or not, and I'll meet you guys as soon as I have 10 rows or whenever I run out of yarn. Alright? And I hope you guys enjoy crocheting this shawl. I really do hope you're enjoying this just as much as I enjoy making it for you. There you go. Right, see you later. And my very last stitch of my 10th row, chain 1, and cut your yarn and pull through. Cut it here. This is all I have left of the 2 skeins. So for me it was like a really close call. If you're not sure if you're able to make it, I would suggest to get yourself a scale. I got one like this, and just weigh your row. And for a shawl like this, it's just easy. Just weigh one row, and you know what you need just to crochet one row. If you have enough, just go on and crochet your row, and if you don't, then just stop. It doesn't really matter if you have, you know, like 9 or 10 rows. You can also easily use up all the scrap yarn that you have for this project, you know. Just make the shawl like you wish. So chain 1 and I'm gonna pull through. I'm gonna use this very long strand to sew on the buttons. So cut it a little shorter to sew in later on. Okay, so I have 10 rows. Okay, what you need to do now is look at the inside of your shawl. So how do you know what's the good side or the other side? The good side is the side where you see the V's underneath. See that? That's the good side. For me, that is the good side. Okay, and this would be the inside of the shawl. Now I'm folding it like this, just down, like that, so it looks like this. Okay, now I'm gonna put some buttons on this part of the shawl, and that's where I'm gonna use my stitch markers. I want to decide where to place the buttons. I decided to use these 4 buttons, but you can use any type or any color that you like. And this is the way I want it. Yep. So go to the other side here and place your stitch marker right there where you want to place your buttons. So I'm going to place one here. Next one will be here. One over here. And one here. Right there. And all I'm gonna do now is sew on my buttons on top of the where I placed my stitch marker. Okay, so I'm gonna do that now, and as soon as I also got rid of my tail ends, I'll be back to show you what my shawl looks like, or my neck warmer. Okay, see you in a bit. Well, my first sheet is complete. Look how beautiful it turned out. I really, really love it. And I asked my Facebook followers on my Facebook group Made by Siem Headquarters if they could help me out choosing the colors of the buttons, as I only had 9 buttons, just one of each color, and they decided that with the beige color I should go for these colors, and I made one in a white color as well, and they said I had to use the bright colors for them, which I did. I really, really love how it turned out. I really do. Working with 2 strands together was like the perfect idea. So I could definitely recommend to work up 2 strands together for making this neck cowl. And again, if you want to buy this yarn, just go to the description box down below and click that link, and it will bring you straight away to the page where you can find this specific yarn. and they come in various colors, so they don't only have white and beige, but they're also having a lot of other beautiful yarns. And the most perfect thing about YARNS is that they do ship worldwide. So if you can receive packages from Turkey in your country, you're able to order. That's about it, I guess. I would like to take the moment to ask you all to hit that like button of this video, and if you already haven't done so, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It will give me a boost and help me to get more free crochet tutorials, to get more free crochet tutorials out there for you guys. For now, there's only one thing I can say, is I hope that you really do enjoy making a lot of beautiful crochet items. Love you all. Bye.